the way to answer any interview question is through CCAR. Okay? And every one of your responses should tell a CCAR story. Now, there are other rubrics out there other than CCAR. Some of you may have heard of STAR. Some of you may have heard of PAR. Some of you may have heard of SHARE. But they all have a theme. They all revolve around telling about the situation, what you did, and the result. So, as a reminder, what is CCAR? Context, challenge, action, result. So context is, what was the job or assignment? Where were you? What region was it? Etc. Challenge. What was new, funky, or unusual about your situation? Actions. What did you specifically do to address the challenges? And the result, how did it turn out in the end? Context, challenge, action, result. This is about telling a story. And once you've identified those key words, you can start to think about examples that match those key words. And you use CCAR to frame it. Start thinking of stories that exemplify your experience in that regard. And it's critical to include metrics in your story. One thing that I find a lot of people struggle with is using I. Because all of us have grown up hearing there's no I in team, we do everything together, no one in the government does anything individually. Your story might relate to a situation where you were part of a task force. But the hiring manager is hiring you. They're not hiring the whole task force. So even if your story relates to when you were part of a team, you need to focus on telling your role in that story. So this is very much around I. And this is hard for people. And using I rather than we takes practice. So let me give you an example here. Tell me about your customer service skills. Or give me an example of when you had to use customer service. Here we go. In my assignment as an export specialist. There's the context. We could even add to that. In my assignment as an export specialist working in the Alabama district, you can go that far, that's fine, but that's the context. I was faced with a customer who was yelling about bureaucracy and complaining about the required paperwork. Okay, there's your challenge. I tried to calm the situation by first introducing myself and telling her that I would walk her through the process. Next, I asked her several questions about what kind of animal she wanted to export, how many animals, when, and where the animals were going. With that information, I was able to customize my approach to her situation and walked her through the process step by step. Although it took about 20 minutes, I was able to calm the customer down and we completed what was needed. Not only did the customer's animals get exported quickly and on time, my supervisor later said she heard the interaction and was proud of the way I handled it. So you can see the context, the challenge, the action, the result. You are telling a story. It's not enough to answer a question with, oh, I do customer service all the time and I'm good at it. I want you to prove that you do customer service and that you're good at it. Provide me with a specific example. And CCAR examples are how you do it.